The Ravens have trimmed their roster to 53 players. Now, this is always a challenging day around NFL facilities, as you have some players find out that their careers are coming to a close. But on the flip side, you also have players who accomplish a lifelong dream of making it to the NFL and making it on a roster. Now, it's a challenging and emotional day at the Under Armour Performance Center, and some of the players who were included in the cuts today include outside linebacker Pernell McPhee, defensive back Anthony Levine, quarterback Trace McSorley, fullback and tight end Ben Mason, and defensive lineman Justin Ellis. Now, with all of these guys, the potential exists that they could still end up back here with the Ravens. For the veteran players, there is some roster maneuvering that still needs to take place, so maybe they end up back here on the active roster. The Ravens could still put some guys on IR, so for guys like McPhee, Levine, and Ellis, all three of them are vested veterans, and that means they don't have to go through the waiver process and could ultimately decide to re-sign with the Ravens if that's what both sides want to do. I also definitely think that McSorley and Mason, they're young players who are ideal candidates for the practice squad. Now, on the other side of the equation, you also have guys who have earned their spot on this team after really solid training camps and preseasons. And players who fall into that category, just look at the secondary. There's three guys that come to mind here. You have Ardarius Washington and Geno Stone, a pair of safeties, and also the cornerback, Chris Westry. This is a deep and talented group in the secondary, and for those guys to make the team, it says a lot about the way that they've played. Look at Geno Stone. He had a pair of interceptions in that preseason opener. Chris Westry is somebody who's got great size, and he really came on strong over the course of the preseason. And Ardarius Washington is an undrafted player who made a name for himself this summer and proved that he deserves a spot on an NFL roster. All three of those guys will provide some quality depth in the secondary, and they also could make an immediate impact on special teams. And here's something else to remember. We talk about the 53-man roster like it's set in stone, but that's far from the case. As we know, there's going to continue to be maneuvering over the course of this week and really throughout the entire season, with guys going to injured reserve, potentially coming back. Tomorrow, that's when the practice squad starts to get filled out, so keep an eye out for that. And with all the news happening, this is a busy week as we get ready for the regular season opener coming up on September 13th. Make sure that you stay on top of all the latest news by downloading the latest version of the Ravens mobile app and turn on the push notifications so that as soon as news breaks, we'll send you an alert and you'll be able to stay on top of all of it. So that's it for me on Final Drive. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again tomorrow.